I'd now like to welcome to the stage, perfectly timed, Your Highness, slightly delayed, but thank you very much for joining us. It's an honour to introduce His Serene Highness, Prince Albert II of Monaco. Prince Albert is a true leader on the environment and sustainable development, together with his foundation, a key long-term partner of the Climate Group. We're delighted to broaden this partnership. This year we'll be collaborating together with Johnson Controls, one of our members, on the European Energy Efficiency Forum. The founding forum was held in April this year, which was, I thought, a great event convened by yourself, Your Highness. And next year we look forward to it being a real benchmark event for Europe and the Mediterranean, focusing on energy efficiency. We're also delighted that Prince Albert is the honorary chair of the Climate Group's EV20 electric vehicle initiative, which is launching today with 11 members. I promised them all I would read them out. Bear with me for 1 second. So the EV20 companies are the electric vehicle infrastructure company Better Place, Deutsche Bank, Johnson Controls, PSA Peugeot Citroën, Smith Electric Vehicles, and TNT. We have several more waiting in the wings, but I encourage them not to wait too long. And then subnational governments, the Basque Country, New York State, Quebec, South Australia, and Victoria. The EV20 will work sharing best practice on policies for electric vehicles, but also looking at how can we aggregate fleet commitments, how can we get electric vehicles on the road faster. I've driven the latest electric vehicles. They are better than gasoline vehicles, and they are the future. Somebody from a battery manufacturer perhaps clapped there first. So it does give me truly great pleasure to welcome His Serene Highness to the stage, Prince Albert.
Well, Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, I'm sorry to be a little late, but as you know, there's a little event down the street at the UN there, so oops. Is this yours?
I don't know what this does.
Okay, we'll just clamp it on. But thanks very much for accepting my late arrival. And I'm particularly pleased to be with you all here this afternoon at the opening of this very important week. Almost a year after the disappointment in Copenhagen and several weeks before the Cancun summit, many doubt our collective ability to act effectively against climate change. Despite the major advances achieved by many countries, there is indeed evidence that international negotiations remain extremely difficult and that the prospects of a comprehensive political agreement is uncertain. These concerns must not discourage us. Alongside the heads of state and diplomats involved in these very difficult talks, there are now others who play a significant role in the fight against climate change. Scientists, engineers, manufacturers, citizens, and consumers. Tens of millions of our contemporaries are taking responsibility for their own destiny, and each on their own scale, each are in their own way working for the future of our planet. Whatever the size of their action, whatever its scope, it is a decisive factor. In the field of electric vehicles, an area which is dear to my heart, and as Tim also mentioned, and in which my foundation has established, I think, a successful partnership with the Climate Group, daily progress is being made. This progress is the result of a determination, of efforts and talents of an industry which recognizes not only the urgency, but also the benefits of comprehensive change. In many corporations, at all levels, every day, people are uniting and working toward this goal. Thanks to them, a new motivation is well on the way to becoming a reality, a motivation which finally respects the environment and marks out the prospect of a more responsible economic development. Their efforts, like those of all good initiatives at work in various other sectors, are irreplaceable and should be encouraged, supported, and extended. To do so, governments must act, in particular by implementing a suitable and stable economy, legal and regulatory environment. They also need to understand that it is in their interest and that of their people, and we must help them with this endeavor. This is why I am delighted to be with you here today in this place of discussion and consultation between local and international decision makers, economic and political leaders. This is why I will relay your thoughts in the international forums in which my country, the Principality of Monaco, is now active in order to make the fight against climate change a complete and total priority. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful rest of the day.